Hello, everyone, and welcome to a profoundly reflective and life shaping conversation in the PSL Co-work Network series, one that invites us to pause amid the noise of daily hustle and ask the deeper questions about meaning, timing, opportunity, and legacy. I am Francis Bestman Isugu, lead founder and chief steward of PSL Luxury Lifestyle brand, the ecosystem purposefully designed to deliver shelter with deferred luxury housing, professional clothing without financial humiliation, nutritional security without survivor anxiety, and dignified, predictable income through training that pays from the very beginning. If you have ever felt the weight of time slipping by, resources diminishing, or opportunities that feel both abundant and fragile, thank you for being here with an open heart and mind today. Our topic is my wing or trap, also my feather or fetter. A powerful metaphor that challenges us all to examine what we are currently doing with the opportunities we still possess while we still possess them. Let me share a deeply sobering metaphor drawn from nature itself. Imagine a termite, not a superhero, not a bird, not a fly. This creature was never meant to fly forever. Flying was merely a temporary stage in its metamorphosis, a brief season of freedom and elevation. When the wet season arrives, it takes flight for what may be the last time on a rainy day. Once its wings become soaked, they turn sticky and heavy. It perches on the closest surface, and that becomes the final place it sets its feet before losing its wings entirely. Losing those wings might seem tragic, and it is, especially if the creature stays down too long. If it remains stuck on the wet floor, it risks being crushed underfoot, ending its journey in the world of meaning. For this termite, meaning is itself life. Losing its meaning means returning to the void of non-meaning from which it first emerged. It has witnessed many of its kind fall and lose everything. From its current vantage point in the world of meaning, it can only describe what non-meaning looks like: wet, cold, and empty. Fallen heroes become stuck, inactive, immobile. Combinations that hold no meaning, no purpose, no forward motion. The termite reflects with sobering honesty. I would rather remain free, even if I can no longer fly. Warm, even on a cold, rainy day. Dry, even if soaked by rain. Active, even if my wings are gone. Mobile, even if I can no longer soar. I find meaning in keeping what I have, and no meaning in losing what I once possessed. It watches some of its fallen companions struggle desperately to free themselves from wings now glued to the floor, while a fortunate few manage to rise again, dry, free, and purposeful once more. The termite wonders whether it will have the same opportunity when its own wings eventually fail. It knows the rain will come, followed by shine, but the heat of the sun may not be enough to warm those who have already lost their meaning after the fall. Many have been lost not just because they fell, but because of how and where they fell. The termite declares with quiet determination, regardless of where I fall, I want to preserve my meaning after the fall. I am already close to my own fall, so please wait for me if I do not return to continue my story. Know that I did not intend to lose my meaning, but fate may have chosen its unavoidable loss for me. This metaphor hits home with sobering clarity. We are all like that termite in different seasons of life. The wings in our lives, opportunities, resources, time, capital, health, relationships, ideas, grant us temporary elevation and freedom. They allow us to soar above survival mode, to dream bigger, to provide for our families, to build something meaningful. Yet the same element that grants us flight can become the fetter that traps us once we fall. Wet wings become sticky traps. What once lifted us can weigh us down if we are not intentional about how we use it while we still have it. In the context of money, time, and opportunity, this truth is especially powerful. Many people treat their current resources like wings they assume will always be there. Spending freely, investing haphazardly, or delaying important decisions because there is still time. But seasons change, rain falls, wings get wet. Opportunities that once felt abundant can become sticky traps if we do not use them with purpose and foresight. Traditional paths often lead to exactly this: capital tied up for years with uncertain returns, time consumed by daily operations and risks, energy drained by competition and infrastructure challenges, only to discover too late that the wings have become fetters, or the feathers have become chains, or the fetters are now where wings were. PSL invites us to a different approach, one of sober reflection and intentional stewardship. PSL stakes do not cause us to lose our wings. Instead, they enhance our ability to keep them and keep what we have and multiply it sustainably like feathers that grows. Your capital is preserved and leveraged, fixed monthly. DFY returns create predictability and peace. The same payout cycle for all stakeholders establishes a true level playing field where equality of opportunity begins to replace inequality. Access to the four core values, shelter, clothing, feeding, and income, provides practical dignity that no traditional business can match. You fly higher and longer because the system is designed with natural order, team chemistry, purpose chemistry, and values chemistry working in confluence. But even in PSL, we must remain sober. The metaphor reminds us that every season of elevation eventually meets its own form of wet season. Resources, health, time, all are temporary in their current form. Fate eventually comes for every wing. That is why PSL encourages us to be intentional with what we gain. Hoarding benefits until fate snatches them away leaves no lasting meaning. The most meaningful use of what we receive from PSL is to give back intentionally, supporting the four core values departments so that others who currently lack can also rise. Whether you give 3%, 10%, 20%, or even 30% of the benefits you enjoy from your stakes, do it with purpose. Announce it weekly or monthly. Let us track the collective impact together. Giving back through shelter, helping families escape rent traps, clothing, professional styling without humiliation, feeding, nutritional security, or income, guaranteed placements, turns your personal success into communal legacy. It ensures that even when your own wings eventually change form, your meaning continues through the lives you have lifted. For those who have not yet started enjoying PSL benefits, the question is simple and urgent. Why the wait? PSL is open to you right now. Don't remain locked out from the level playing field, the fixed returns, the capital preservation, and the four core values. Become a stakeholder today. Choose DIY for weekly control and 45% gains, or DFY for monthly ease with professionals working on your behalf. Start receiving the benefits you can then intentionally share with others who lack them. Before fate comes to rip away what we currently hold, let us distribute it meaningfully. Choose your PSL stake option today. Once in, decide your given percentage from the benefits you enjoy. Make your first announcement in 1 week to 1 month from now. Let us record it, celebrate it, and watch the collective impact grow. See you at the next announcement, whether as a new stakeholder taking your first step or as an existing one sharing how you are giving back through the four core values. This is your moment of sober reflection. Like the termite pondering its wings before the rain, ask yourself, am I using my current opportunities, time, money, energy, resources in a way that preserves and multiplies meaning? Or am I risking the sticky trap of delay and hoarding? PSL offers a better way: elevation with purpose, returns with equality, benefits with intentional giving. The choice is yours. Make it with a strong personal reason. Act before the season changes. Build big, live well, move fast, together. Thank you for reflecting deeply with me today. If this metaphor stirred something meaningful in you, share it with someone who needs to examine their own wings before the rain falls. I look forward to welcoming more of you as stakeholders and hearing your first announcement of purposeful giving. Once again, hello and everyone. Welcome to one of the most profound, sobering, and potentially life-transforming conversations we will ever share in the PSL Co-work Network series. I am Francis Bestman Isugu, lead founder and chief steward of PSL Luxury Lifestyle brand, the living ecosystem intentionally designed to deliver shelter with deferred luxury housing that frees families from rent traps, professional clothing without the humiliation of financial inadequacy, nutritional security that silences the constant anxiety of survival, and dignified income through training that pays from the very first cycle. If you have ever stood at the edge of a season, feeling the wind beneath temporary wings while sensing the approaching rain, thank you for pausing everything to reflect with me today. Our topic is my wing or trap, or also my feather or my fetter. A metaphor that cuts straight to the heart of how we steward the opportunities, resources, time, and capital we currently hold before the season inevitably shifts. Let us begin with a vivid, extended metaphor drawn from the quiet wisdom of nature. Imagine a fragile yet determined termite, not a majestic eagle soaring endlessly across open skies, not a swift swallow dancing on thermal currents, not even a common housefly buzzing with careless freedom. This creature was never built for permanent flight. Its wings were never meant to be its lifelong identity. Flying was merely a brief, glorious stage in its metamorphosis, a temporary elevation granted so it could rise above the colony, disperse and fulfill its role in the grand cycle of life. When the wet season arrives with its heavy, unrelenting rains, the termite takes flight for what may well be the final time. The sky is his brief kingdom. The wind is ally. The height is momentary triumph. But rain changes everything. The moment those delicate wings become soaked, they turn heavy, sticky, and treacherous. The once graceful flight becomes a desperate struggle. The termite descends, perches on the closest surface it can reach, and in that instant, its wings, the very instrument that granted it elevation, become fetters. They glue themselves stubbornly to the wet ground, transforming the tool of ascent into the chain of entrapment. What once lifted it now pins it down. Losing those wings may appear tragic on the surface, and indeed it is, especially if the creature remains down too long. If it stays stuck on the cold, damp floor, it risks being crushed underfoot by indifferent passers-by, its journey ending abruptly in the world of meaning. For this termite, meaning is life itself. Losing its meaning means returning to the silent, formless void of non-meaning from which its existence first sparkled into being. It has watched countless fellow termites fall before it. Some struggle desperately, wings still partially attached, twisting and turning in vain attempts to break free. Others lie motionless, wet, cold, and empty, their once vibrant purpose reduced to stillness and oblivion. From his current vantage point in the world of meaning, the termite can only describe what non-meaning looks like through the eyes of one who has not yet crossed over. It is wet with the unrelenting dampness of regret. It is cold with the absence of warmth, connection, and forward momentum. It is empty, a hollow shell where purpose once resided. The fallen ones become stuck, inactive, and immobile. There is no flight left, no elevation, no contribution to the colony, no continuation of the cycle. The combination holds no meaning, no beauty, no legacy, only the quiet tragedy of potential unfulfilled. The termite reflects with raw honesty and quiet resolve. I would rather remain free, even if I can no longer fly after losing my wings. I would rather stay warm, even on the coldest rainy day. Dry even when the downpour has soaked everything around me. Active even if my wings are gone forever. Mobile even if I can no longer soar through the skies. I find deep meaning in keeping and stewarding what I currently possess, and no meaning whatsoever in losing what I once had through carelessness or delay. It watches with admiration those rare fallen companions who manage to break free from their sticky wings, drying themselves in the returning sun, rising again on new legs, finding renewed purpose on the ground. The termite wonders with hopeful uncertainty whether it will be granted the same grace when its own wings inevitably fail. It knows the rain will come, followed eventually by shine and heat, but fears the sun's warmth may not reach those who have already lost their meaning in the fall. Many are lost not merely because they fell, but because of how and where they landed. In puddles of poor choices, sticky traps of procrastination, or isolated spots far from help. The termite declares with determined clarity, regardless of where or how I eventually fall, I want to preserve my meaning after the fall. I am already sensing the approach of my own wet season, so please wait for me. If I do not return to continue my story, know that I did not intend to lose my meaning, but fate may have chosen its unavoidable loss for me. Whether today or tomorrow, meaning is still thriftily possessed by those who have not yet met their fate of being fettered by their own feathers or wings. I know that when that day comes, the end is the same for all. Loss of meaning marks the final chapter, but until then, I choose to live with intention. This extended metaphor speaks directly to our human experience with opportunities, resources, time, capital, and relationships. The wings in our lives, the current chances to earn, invest, build, and elevate, grant us temporary flight above survival. They allow us to dream, provide, create legacy, and rise. Yet the same elements can become sticky traps once the season shifts. Capital tied up for years in uncertain ventures becomes a fetter. Time wasted on low leverage activities turns into regrets. Opportunities delayed until the right moment often land us on wet ground where progress sticks and meaning slowly drains away. Many traditional businesses and investments function exactly like this. You pour in capital, energy, and years, only to discover that recouping it takes far longer than expected, sometimes never fully happening. The wings of ambition become weights of debt, stress, and unfulfilled potential. You watch others soar while feeling increasingly stuck, wet, cold, and empty. PSL offers a radically different flight path, one grounded in natural order, intentional design, and sustainable chemistry. Here, your stake does not risk becoming a trap. Instead, it becomes a reliable wing that leaves you with purpose. Fixed monthly DFY returns create predictability and peace of mind that traditional paths rarely deliver. The same payout cycle for every stakeholder establishes true equality. No delays, no favoritism, no heartbreaking stories. Capital is preserved and leveraged intelligently. Professionals are trained and placed to work on your behalf in DFY, turning your stake into consistent value creation. Most powerfully, you gain direct access to the four core values: shelter, clothing, feeding, and income, practical dignities that no ordinary business can match. This is elevation with safeguards, flight with foresight, meaning preserved even when seasons change. Yet the metaphor still calls us to sobriety. Even within PSL, we must be intentional. Every season of elevation eventually meets its own form of rain. Resources, health, time, and opportunities are temporary in their current form. Fate eventually comes for every wing. That is precisely why PSL encourages us not to hoard the benefits we receive. Hoarding until fate snatches everything away leaves no lasting meaning. The highest use of what we gain is to give back intentionally and continuously through the four core values departments. Whether you choose to give 3%, 10%, 20%, or up to 30% of the returns and benefits from your stakes, Do so with clear purpose. Support shelter for families escaping rent traps. Enable clothing so others can present themselves professionally without shame. Provide feeding to remove nutritional anxiety. Fund income placements that create dignified work. Announce your giving weekly or monthly. Let us track the collective impact together. When you give from abundance, your meaning expands beyond your own life. It continues through the lives you help elevate. Even when your personal wings eventually transform, your legacy of purposeful distribution remains. For those who have not yet taken their first step into PSL, the question is gentle but urgent. Why the wait? Don't remain on the outside, watching others bond with the chemistry of team, purpose and values while your own season approaches. PSL is open to you today. Choose your stake option with a strong personal reason. DIY for weekly control and higher frequency gains, or DFY for monthly stability with professionals handling execution. Start receiving the benefits you can then intentionally share. Before the rain of faith comes to test our wings, let us distribute what we have meaningfully. Choose your PSL stake today. Once inside, decide your giving percentage from the benefits you enjoy. Make your first announcement in 1 week to 1 month. Let the community witness and celebrate how your personal elevation is creating ripples of dignity for others. This is your moment of sober reflection, much like the termite pondering its wings before the heavy rains arrive. Ask yourself honestly, am I using my current opportunities, time, money, energy, relationships, capital, in a way that preserves and multiplies meaning? Or am I risking the sticky trap of delay, poor allocation, or hoarding? PSL offers a wiser flight. Elevation with structure, returns with equality, benefits with purposeful giving. The choice is yours. Make it with clarity and intention. Act before the season shifts. Build big, live well, move fast, together. Thank you for reflecting so deeply with me today. If this metaphor awakens something important inside you, share it with someone who needs to examine their own wings, why they still can fly with purpose. I look forward to welcoming more of you as stakeholders and hearing your first announcement of intentional giving through the 4 core values. What type are you, or what is your type? Are you a mini-man, struggling to get started? A maxi-man, rising but facing challenges? Or an opti-man, thriving with team and leverage? Take the self-assessment. Mini-man, someone who lacks motivation, is dependent on others. Maxi-man, independent, struggling to break through. Opti-man, empowered with a team and leverage. PSL offers a solution for each type. Mini-man, become a promoter, transition to Maxi-man in 12 months. Maxi-man, leverage PSL expert team, scale with auto-staking. Opti-man, DFY stake, compound and grow with team support. Choose your PSL level, send your type, Mini-man, Maxi-man, or Opti-man to 0810-2427-303 on WhatsApp. Use our hashtag PSL Growth, Leverage, Empowerment to promote us. The Termite's Dilemma, a reflection on life's meaning. The Termite story is a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of life's opportunities. As we navigate our own journeys, let us ponder. What is the meaning of our time, money, and resources? Are we using them to enhance our lives and others? What's our purpose with PSL? Shelter, clothing, feeding, or income? Let us define our purpose and give intentionally. Join the PSL journey and ecosystem today and start making a difference. Use our hashtag PSL meaning, giving back purpose.